Hi, everybody. It's Friday. You know how I so love to start off a program in that fashion. It's also the fourth day of December. A brief look down the line weather wise. We've got dry and nice air throughout the weekend. Monday, not so much. We'll talk about some changes in store. We'll also talk about a reminder of sorts, a few of some big events over the course of the weekend and early next week. I've got one more time, the timeline for tomorrow's Sagersville Hometown Christmas Celebration, another Christmas-related event early next week. Headlines tonight will include more on indictments returned by a McGoffin County grand jury earlier this week, a bit of a prelude, if you will, and an update of sorts in regards to the tunnel, the Tip Top Tunnel, which is undergoing reconstruction, basically, if you will. I'll tell you about the progress thus far, and then what you'll be able to see before too long here on the program. More on the county road department employee arrested for drug trafficking yesterday here in McGoffin County. And man, oh man, what a Christmas story to share. And what I don't know, sharing comes up short of trying to describe what they're going to be doing for their annual event over in Johnson County for everyone. If you're catching this program, it's for any children 12 and under. But nevertheless, some folks have been doing this for a long time, and this is a Christmas celebration unlike any other. We'll tell you about that in great detail in just a few moments, and a whole lot of other news and information before I leave you. And yes, we'll briefly talk about football. A whole lot happened last night for the Pikeville Panthers. A whole lot happening this weekend as well. We'll go ahead and pick up right now with our first top story of this evening before we get into some other local news and announcements, and that is a follow-up on last night's breaking report in which we did learn, at the behest of the McGoffin County Sheriff's Department, of the arrest of a county road employee and another person, a female, who were said to be involved in a drug transaction which was being watched and monitored by the sheriff and one of his deputies. I knew last night a few details and some information about the arrest of two individuals. They were still being booked just about the time that I was sitting down to do the program. Tonight we have since learned through some arrest citations some more details. What I knew yesterday just before airtime was only some limited details about two arrests that had reportedly just taken place at the McGoffin County garage on Route 30. In a brief telephone conversation last evening with McGoffin County Sheriff Carson Montgomery, he told me, as I relayed on last night's program, that he'd been receiving several reports and complaints about trafficking and or drug activity at the county garage by an employee at the facility, an employee of the county. He says that he and a deputy, Neil Adams, sat in an unmarked vehicle in the parking lot and observed what appeared to be a drug transaction take place. That resulted in the arrest of two individuals, Ricky E. Williams of Elk Creek Road, a McGoffin County Road Department employee, and a Misty Salyer of Royalton Road in McGoffin County. A police citation filled out by Deputy Adams says that Mr. Williams was charged with trafficking in a controlled substance third degree, possession of a controlled substance in the first degree, the trafficking charge for Xanax, the possession charge related to oxycodone, and a prescription of a controlled substance not in its original container. He noted in his report that he and the sheriff were sitting in the parking lot at the county garage, and they did observe what appeared to be a drug transaction taking place. Adams noted in his report that they pulled up to the two individuals and he got out of the vehicle, and around that same time Williams turned around and attempted to hand Missy Salyer two Xanax bars. However, he stepped into the middle of the transaction and he actually handed them to the deputy himself. He says that he also discovered a pill bottle in the pickup truck belonging to Williams. The label had been torn off. Inside were 8 Xanax bars and 1.5 oxycodone tablets. The subject also, that being Williams, stated to authorities that he wasn't selling the pills to Salyer, but was rather giving them to her. He also stated that the pills actually belonged to his wife. Per the citation issued for Misty Salyer, she was charged with one count of conspiracy to traffic in a controlled substance in the third degree. It too of similar circumstances, saying that he stepped into the middle of a deal, he said, and took possession of the pills. Salyer also said that she had come to the county garage to get the Xanax from Mr. Williams, saying that he was giving them to her and that she was not purchasing them from him. She also said that she had gotten a Xanax from him yesterday, or a pill of some sort, while at her residence. Both were lodged in the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center. Both were bonded out last night. Announcements in just a few minutes. Right now, a few Christmas announcements. I'm going to do these in reverse order. A reminder about this coming Monday's event at the Sagersville Renaissance Building. It's being hosted by the McGoffin County Public Library Book Club. Vivian Ward Crump, a local hometown author, will be there. They're going to have a wonderful evening with book talk, some eggnog, and some holiday cheer. That is 5:30 next Monday at the Sagersville Renaissance program. So my last chance to remind you. Don't think I need to remind you, but I will go into maybe a few details you may have not heard. The Sagersville Hometown Christmas Celebration is tomorrow. Beautiful weather in store for such an event. Now, here's the timeline. The parade starts at 6, but there are some things happening well before the parade. In fact, I hear on pretty good authority that Santa Claus is going to be at the cabins at the McGoffin County Pioneer Village and Museum from 4 to 5:30. Kids, maybe parents as well, you can get a picture on his lap. And I'm also told they're going to have cider, they're going to have some hot chocolate, maybe some other goodies at the cabins. That is 4 to 5:30 tomorrow. 5:30, the tree lighting ceremony right across from City Hall there in the grassy lot. The parade will begin at 6, and I am told to expect an absolutely marvelous parade this time around. And of course, Santa will bring up the rear, so to speak, of the parade, and he'll make his way right on over to the Sagersville Fire Department. Gifts for all the kids. And it all starts tomorrow. Looks to be a wonderful, wonderful evening, weather-wise and every other-wise. More headlines next. I've got a great Christmas story about giving and receiving if you're a kid out there 12 and under, anywhere in the earshot of this program. We'll get to that in just a few moments. Indictments were returned, as I told you briefly. We had 2 that we could report out on last night's program. The others we'll be able to mention this evening, all reported on, by and handed down by a current McGoffin County grand jury. The other indictments that we can report on this evening are the following. One individual, a Luther Keaton of Sagersville, was indicted on charges of operating a motor vehicle under the influence, as well as wanton endangerment in the second degree, and that is actually 4 counts. As I understand, per local authorities, this indictment stems from an auto accident in which authorities said that he was under the influence and possibly could have caused or did cause physical injury to other individuals, thus resulting in the 4 charges of wanton endangerment in the second. Luther Keaton of Sagersville. A pair of indictments result from what was said to be an attempted repossession of a vehicle by individuals who claimed to have been hired by a company that did not go as planned. 2 individuals from Clay City, a James D. Bailey Jr. and a Vannie E. Jackson Jr., both went to a residence in McGoffin County on Mash Fork Road back in July of this year, where they were stopped by the vehicle's owners on the vehicle's owner's property, saying that they were there to repossess the vehicle. However, the proper paperwork and documentation and other details apparently were not in order. They were actually arrested on the site by the McGoffin County Sheriff's Department and have subsequently been indicted on charges of criminal trespassing in the 3rd degree. Adam Mans, through his Facebook page, works very hard at keeping everyone abreast of all the happenings, past, present, and future in the tip-top area of McGoffin County, and that's where these photographs came from. I have reached out today to some state officials who have responded back to me and told me the guidelines that I'll have to meet in the timeline, so to speak. I've got to have protective eyewear, a hard hat, a reflective vest, and some steel-toed shoes, and I have to get cleared before I can go on site to take a look at all the work that is going on at the tip-top tunnel. However, that doesn't mean I don't have a few details ahead of that tonight. This is the most recent picture I could find from the Breathitt County side of, and I believe this is the most recent as they're working from the McGoffin County side of the Tip Top Tunnel. Of course, it was set on fire a few years ago, and then it was closed on both ends and covered up to try to extinguish the fire and, of course, keep everyone safe and from getting inside the tunnel, which then, of course, was deemed a hazard. But it's all part of the Dawkins Trail here in McGoffin County, the rail to trail in McGoffin County, and a big part of it, one that's expected to be a major draw to outdoors men and women from all around the country. Well, it's been under reconstruction now for quite some time. So much, in fact, they're about 150 feet in from the Magoffin County side. Now, originally they were running one shift of workers in this area, and I think after the shift was over, you could kind of get in and look around and take some pictures, and I'm assuming that may have been when this photograph was taken, or they may have had permission at a later date. I'm not really for certain. I do know that as of late, they're working 2 shifts at the tunnel, trying to get it done in an expedited time frame. They're 150 feet in, and we're anxious to get to see it up close and see how the process, a very intensive process from what I understand, is going to work. So I've already got my name in the hat, so to speak. In the next few days, or maybe in the next week or so, we're going to set up a time to get in and get close and just see exactly what it is taking to do such a monumental job in so many aspects. But nevertheless, they're 150 feet in, working 2 shifts right now to try to get it done, and in a few days, we'll take you there firsthand. Birthday wishes start off tonight's Magoffin Farm Bureau community calendar. If I've heard it once, I've heard it from a whole lot of family. Stella, a happy birthday wish to you. Stella Reisner Rao, with a whole lot of love from your husband, who says he's the old buzzard, and a whole lot of family and friends from your daughter Maddie, who relayed the same message to me today, and everyone else in the family and around you. Happy birthday to you, Stella. And a happy birthday wish to Marlene Howard from Hubert and Amy. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, Marlene. Looking ahead, I guess I just have one reminder on the rest of the calendar tonight, brought to you by Magoffin Farm Bureau again, and that is that East Kentucky Missions will be giving Christmas gifts out tomorrow, 10 till 12. That's 10 in the morning till noon tomorrow by Grover Arnott's office in downtown Sagersville at the Mount Sinai Church of God. They always have a big crowd out for the holidays. East Kentucky Missions hopes to see you. Bring your child. If you have any questions, call 349-2835. That's it. That's got it for calendar announcements, which gives me a moment or two to remind you that you can mail, phone, fax, email, Facebook them into the studio. We'll tell everyone about them, birthdays and anniversaries too. No charge. Never has been. Never will. And remember, you can catch programming the following day on yournewstoday.com in case you need to see it again, or missed it for the first time, or maybe if you're just not around the area and can't get it here on Foothills or Howard's Cable. yournewstoday.com. A reminder about services to be held in honor of Ronnie Lee Sparks, who passed away at the age of 50 on Wednesday of this week, the son of the late Henry Lee and Della Gibson Sparks. He's survived by 5 brothers and 3 sisters, and visitation starts after 6 o'clock tomorrow, continues all day Sunday, and then prior to Monday morning services, which are set to start at 11 in his honor, all from the Great Creek Church of God. Burial will follow at the Sparks Cemetery on Burning Fork, and the Magoffin County Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. This next event has been going on for years. How many? Well, I'll tell you in just a few moments. I stopped by today to do my monthly visit at Premier Automotive in Paintsville, something I've been doing for many, many years here behind this desk, and they were literally trucking in the presents by the truckload, an average truckload, a semi-truckload, and it's where that finding a place to store all the thousands of Christmas gifts has become a wonderful problem to have. Bruce Ritt, his wife, a whole lot of Santa's helpers have been working hard over the past several years to see a Christmas celebration grow into what it has today. Specifically not today. In a few weeks, later on the 19th, on the lot, Santa will be flying in via helicopter, and they've literally got tens of thousands of dollars worth of presents and goodies to give out to the kids. That goes back decades, and one that's grown into one of the biggest Christmas celebrations in eastern Kentucky, and I'm sure much farther than that as well. It actually goes back 40 years this year, the first 25 years of which Bruce Ritt was alongside Marlo Tackett, a name that will forever be synonymous with Christmas in the mountains for the kids. For the past 15 years, since he started to work at Premier Automotive in Paintsville, then with John Mitchell, well, that's where they started the event there, and it has grown into something of unbelievable proportions and generosity. He says it's done so because it's not just for Johnson County, it's for all the surrounding counties and for all eastern Kentucky kids. Bruce and Santa's helpers, if you will, some of which we'll mention, spend all year raising literally tens of thousands of dollars to buy thousands of toys and presents for what will be this year around 2,000 kids or more 12 and under, to be given away on Saturday the 19th.
We roadblock. We gather money up roadblocking. We have radio shows at WSIP. They give us about 2.5, 3 hours to go on there and talk and try to get money. We call different people to try to help donate money. Like one just came in. At what time you were standing here, that was Judge John Chaffins, and he donates every year. And he comes out every year that we have it and gets out Bibles for the kids. So that is a great thing there. Our circuit court clerk, Penny Adams over there, she sends the check over. It's just a lot of people. Max at Eagle Enterprise, this is unbelievable. He is our biggest donor this year. He has donated the gun that went for $1,200, and it's worth $3,000. It's a brand new gun. It's one of a kind. He donated 1,000 cash. He donated 500 cash. He donated 20 bicycles. And he's still working hard on it. He likes to be involved in this. And we invite everybody, come over and watch it, because the helicopter lands out here at 11 a.m. on December 19th. And the kids are going to have a lot of fun over here, because we got Mickey and Minnie coming. We got Donald and Daisy coming. We got the Ninja Turtles coming. And, we called John Michael Montgomery yesterday. And hopefully he's going to donate a guitar autograph. He can't make it because of shows he's booked on. But we're contacting everybody. Harold Shedd, producer for Toby Keith in Alabama, and Shania Twain, all them. He's wanting to come in for it. So we're going to have a lot of people here that kids can meet and take pictures of, and when they get older, they'll look back and see what they've done here.
And without a doubt, I think we're all going to be looking back on what Bruce Ritz has done over the years. It's just unimaginable to think what it's going to be like on the 19th. Now, you heard him mention helicopter. That's because Santa will be flying in a pre-Christmas test run flight on the 19th, landing right in the middle of 23 there via helicopter to get out at Premier Motor, and it's there that thousands of gifts will be waiting. Each kid gets 3 gifts, and these are cool, nice gifts, a bag of fruit, and they're having hamburgers and hot dogs all day long. This is a full-blown Christmas extravaganza. I asked Bruce where his inspiration comes from all of this, as well as the energy that he must have to do it. His wife actually buys all the gifts herself with all the money that's donated. His inspiration, he tells me, is one that a lot of folks will be able to relate to, and I think it's also one that should encourage everyone else to be a part of this event or another one like it, and to find a little extra motivation to be a little more giving throughout the holiday season.
What got me into this? Yeah. Well, what got me into this, when I was a kid, my mother had to clean houses, iron for people, and do a paper route. We all helped. She had 6 kids. We was on welfare. We was on government housing, $25 a month. We had one gift for Christmas, and I got plastic guns. Well, the Salvation Army helped. They would go out and get us clothes, brand new clothes that Mom couldn't afford. So, that was given to us. Now it's time for me to give back to the public.
That's 2 weeks from tomorrow, starting at 11. That's when Santa flies in. And he says, even if you don't have kids to bring, even if you don't want to be a part of it necessarily, but you just want to check it out, come and be a spectator. He says it's really a motivating thing, I would imagine, inspirational, and I'm looking forward to being there. I can't imagine that many people all in one time, all celebrating Christmas. We'll hope to see you there and see who else shows up. You never know. Like you said, maybe some special guests. Real quickly, I'm running out of time, of course. The big news tonight is last night's win by the Pikeville Panthers, state champions. That's right, state champions. Derek Pugh had 240 or 239 rushing yards, 24 carries, 4 touchdowns in the second half. They beat Beechwood last night in the Class 1A championship. This is Pikeville's 4th state championship, I believe. Their last one was in 1989. The other games, of course, to watch over the course of the weekend, Belfry and Lexington and Cath are Sunday at 4. And then the Johnson Central Golden Eagles take on South Warren in the state championship Sunday at 7. Looking forward to that. That's 7 our time, 8 o'clock, I think, their time in Bowling Green. I'm at 36 and falling weather-wise right now. It will fall down to about a low of 28 degrees tonight. We'll do so with clear skies, calm winds. So says your Licking Valley RECC forecast. And here's a forecast for your hometown Christmas celebration here in Sayersville and anywhere else you're celebrating the holidays tomorrow. 57 and sunny. A little slow to get to 57, but we'll get there. Sunny skies, clear start to finish. Tomorrow night's low, a little more favorable at 33. Sunday, more sunshine, more 50s, more 30s. 57, 38 for your respective high and low. Partly cloudy skies late Sunday night. Technically, after 2 a.m., I have a 20% chance of showers, but not even going to go there. We do have to go there on Monday, where we now have a 40% chance of some rain, and that is mainly between 8 in the morning and, say, 4 in the afternoon. Going to be kind of a narrow window on your Monday. That is the only chance of we have a precipitation for a few days thereafter. We'll see 50 and 37 for your high and low. We'll clear up nicely on your Tuesday, and the latter half of Monday is going to be dry, or the evening hours, I think. But Tuesday, partly sunny and 52. Wednesday, I've got partly sunny and 55. And I've got the mid and upper 50s throughout, all the way throughout the end of next week. And only a slight chance of some showers Wednesday night and Thursday. And Friday, slight, mind you, a little sunshine. But the 50s will hold throughout all of next week. I am already extremely excited at the thought of just being able to bring to you coverage of the Sayersville Hometown Christmas Parade next week. A little more excited to see the parade in and of itself. We hope to see you in downtown Sayersville tomorrow for what will be a beautiful holiday evening. I'll see you back here next week, starting with parade coverage and more that I promise, as always, you're guaranteed to only see here on Your News Today. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful evening and weekend, and we'll see you next time.